I will try to provide some answers for the questions from our point of view in FAO. And I have to say that, as you know, the three Rome-based agents are working together on this issue, trying to improve resilience of the rural livelihoods and to prevent crisis. And I think that a good example of what we are doing together was shown in our work in the Sahel, particularly in Niger, where we went together to a visit. I will try to summarize the lessons learned there, and I will highlight the 3 points on this. The first one is that building resilience of vulnerable communities is indeed fundamental for strengthening social cohesion, preventing the conflict, and avoiding forced migration. And all those are conditions for sustaining peace in the region. Without that, no peace. I would like to highlight that sometimes we use those, let's say, guiding words to address like this, building resilience. But in fact, what is that? Very simple things. Beasley highlighted one. Give access to women to the land. That's simple. That's simple. And we are doing in the desert area, in the frontier, the edge of the desert, because you know that the desert is growing year after year. And you know why? Because we believe that it doesn't rain in the desert. It does. The problem is the rains concentrate in a few days of the year. So heavy rain came and washed the soil, taking away the fertility that is the cape of it. So what we are doing there, digging some holes literally in the format of a half moon against the way the water flows to retain the water there. And then give some local seeds, species that are resistant to drought. And with that, during the dry season, we can find some grass for the pastoralists that move around. If we don't do that, the pastoralists will move, accompany the edge of the desert and step on agriculture lands. And there comes the conflict. It's that simple to avoid conflict in the desert area that we are working. Let me go to the second lesson that I believe is equal fundamental. And it has been, I need to recognize that the L'Action contre la faim already mentioned it, highlighting that early action response to early warning is critical. We cannot wait the conflict to start. We know that it will start. Our database collected, and I'll come back to this, shows that when food insecurity increases, conflict starts. This is a mathematical relation, statistically proven. So we can provide that information in advance, and we can prevent the conflict to start. Third lesson, we realize very clear at the ground that when we work together, it's not only that we do better, we do much more with the same money. We are much more efficient. We can do a complementary work. And in that sense, I would like to highlight the importance of contribution made by the European Union to our work, also the contribution made by USAID and other donors that are present here today. And in particular, let me highlight the contribution made recently in the Niger and the region by the Canadian the government that gives a non-earmarked fund for the 3 agents to plan the work ahead together. And we are using those funds to prevent conflicts. Let me now add why we in FAO, we are so concerned about this relation between hunger and peace. And I have to say that this is part of our DNA. FAO was born in 1945, and I will quote what is part of our constitution nowadays. It says, the Food and Agriculture Organization is born out of the need for peace as well as the need for freedom from want. The two are interdependent. Progress towards freedom from want is essential to lasting peace. So, long time ago, our founders have realized that it's not possible to have peace with food insecurity. Food insecurity is a precondition for peace. And that was very clear in the world devastated by the Second World War. So we are trying to approach, and we started to regularly approach the Security Council to show this. And now with WFP, we are collecting the data and providing this update information that we collect village by village in all the countries under conflict and providing it to the Security Council. I remember the first time that we addressed the Security Council, many countries asked us, what is an organization that deals with food and agriculture doing here? And that's it. Nowadays, we have this powerful tool to prevent conflict available. And we are very happy to see the support from countries like the Netherlands for this resolution that was just approved by the Security Council. That's exactly what we need now to put that to work. I thank you for the opportunity.